After our week in Ipoh, we took a train north to the state of Penang, crossing by ferry to Penang Island. We stayed in the northwest part of the state capital, Georgetown. Our high-rise building, with a Starbucks that we avoided, was right next to the internationally accredited Gleneagles Hospital, which attracts many medical tourists, big business in Malaysia. We had a convenient bus stop, and the neighborhood was wonderfully walkable. Most everything we needed, daily or weekly, was within the 20-minute walk. Like a mall complete with supermarket, a good barber, and a fantastic wet market. A Penang institution that's also a short walk away, Gihyang Pastries has been baking traditional Fujian delights since 1856. Nearby Nagore Square has a great nighttime vibe for restaurants and bars. Penang was part of the British East Indies from 1786 through Malaysian independence in 1957, and Georgetown was named for the reigning monarch George III. Many of Penang's buildings were built in the colonial era, including on the side street Lorong Bangkok. Lorong is Malay for hallway. It has beautifully restored colonial houses, many of which are small businesses, including this amazing Chinese tea shop. Downstairs, the shop is stocked with everything tea-related that we could think of. Upstairs, a comfy tea room awaits. Select your tea, and they even give novices a lesson in the proper Chinese way to prepare and serve the particular tea that you've chosen. There were several Buddhist temples in our neighborhood. 2 were Thai Wats. As Thailand is under 100 kilometers away from Penang, there's a significant immigrant community. This temple is the oldest in Penang, built in the 19th century for Thai workers in the British colony. Its guardian nagas are gorgeous, constructed of thousands of glass mosaic tiles. And its reclining Buddha statue is one of the longest in the world. Right across the street, the only Burmese temple in Penang was built in 1803 for the immigrants working in Georgetown. Its layout was very different from other Buddhist temples that we've seen, with more open space and manicured gardens. This stupa is the oldest part of the temple, consecrated in 1805. But the main shrine is just spectacular. The high ceilings shelter this giant Buddha statue, and the intricate teak wood carvings add a mystical air to the place. The carvings that flank the Buddha are coated in gold paint. A little farther away, the so-called Waterfall Temple is a Hindu temple at the base of Mount Penang. Penang, like all of Malaysia, is a multi-religious state. About 1/3 of residents are Buddhist and almost 1/10 are Hindu, mostly ethnic Tamils originally from southern India. After climbing more than 500 steps, the main tower is pretty impressive, as is the view of the city. But the most memorable thing we saw during our visit was macaque monkeys diving into this pond. Of course, Old Georgetown has many temples, including this Hindu temple in Little India, that's the oldest still standing in Penang. St. George's Anglican Church was erected in 1819 for the British colonists, and is the oldest Anglican church built in Southeast Asia. Muslims are the largest religious group in Penang, and Georgetown contains many mosques, the largest of which was built in the 19th century by ethnic Tamils. The Chinese are the largest Buddhist community in Penang, and many of their temples are in Georgetown and around the island. More details about the most significant of those will be featured in a future video. For getting into and around Old Town, we mostly used the bus system. And buses were generally lightly or not at all crowded. All routes led to the central bus station, and coming out of Old Town, they were much more crowded and less reliable. So we mostly used the Grab car sharing service. As one would expect, Old Town is dominated by colonial era architecture, and many heritage buildings have been restored and maintained thanks to funding from the 2008 UNESCO recognition. Buildings in the Chinatown section are also from the colonial period, but retain the distinct character of their occupants. Other areas of Old Town recognized by UNESCO, as well as other parts of Penang Island and the larger area, will be detailed in an upcoming video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click like and subscribe so you won't miss out on our next episodes.